primarily compact bone. All the beige is compact bone. The gray at this end, that's spongy bone. The spongy bone, the key terms, the key things to know about spongy bone would be, this is where you find red bone marrow. So all these spaces in here, if this bone were alive, these spaces, little pockets, would be filled with red bone marrow. And every ridge, spongy bone, this ridge we see here, this ridge we see here, a ridge of spongy bone is called a trabecula. So, red marrow on either side of a trabecula. Red marrow on either side of a trabecula, right there. So the word trabecula is only used with spongy bone, not compact bone. Now, most of this model is showing you compact surface. A bone is wrapped by what's called periosteum. This whole gray layer out here is periosteum. What joins the periosteum to the compact bone? Sharpie's fibers. So these fibers you see here, these white fibers you see here, are Sharpie's fibers. They extend from the periosteum into the compact bone. Okay. The compact bone itself comes in layers. A layer of compact bone is a lamella. Compact bone layers come in three forms: circumferential lamellae, concentric lamellae, interstitial lamellae. The circumferential lamellae are the outside layers, the outermost layers of compact bone. So they would form the circumference of the entire bone. If we had the entire thing here, so we went beyond this model, you see these layers here forming the circumference of the entire bone. So these are pieces of three circumferential lamellae. And we see others here too. These, we've got about a dozen. See these layers here? We've got about a dozen circumferential lamellae. Then, as you go deeper inside the compact bone, the layers form cylinders. So a cylinder of compact bone is called an osteon. So this particular osteon has been pulled out like a telescope. So you can see it consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers, or lamellae. What are the layers of an osteon called? Concentric lamellae. So there are 8 concentric lamellae forming this particular osteon. Here, what's in the center of an osteon? See this blood vessel emerging from the hole? That hole is the central canal. So every osteon has a central canal containing blood vessels. So for example, see a blood vessel emerging from the central canal of an osteon. There's a central canal with no blood vessel in it, central canal with no blood vessel in it. So each central canal is the center of one osteon. So you want to find an osteon, go to the central canal. That's its center, right there. Then you can count the number of concentric lamellae that form that osteon. For example, this one is a central canal. Let's count lamellae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 6-layer osteon. This is an 8-layer osteon. So it's not a hard and fast number of lamellae forming an osteon. Also, we see the grooves. See these grooves in the concentric lamellae? See these grooves in the concentric lamellae? The grooves in a lamella, whether it's concentric, circumferential, so these have grooves too, or interstitial. The grooves are called canaliculi. That's the plural. Canaliculus is one groove. And they're significant because they actually allow chemical communication between bone cells. They actually communicate through the grooves. Okay. Between lamellae are little pits. So between these two concentric lamellae is a little pit. There's another little pit. There's a pit. There's a pit. Between these circumferential lamellae, see these little pits? So between lamellae, we find these little pits. Each pit is a lacuna. They're significant too. They hold what's called the cell body of a bone cell, where the cell body is a part of the cell where the nucleus is located. So let's take a look at, say, this osteocyte right there. That little black smudge is one osteocyte, or bone cell. The cell body, the oval central portion, it looks like it's got a bunch of little legs sticking out. They're the cell processes. They're not mobile. They extend out, but they don't move. So the body, cell body of the osteocyte fits in one of those pits. It fits in a lacuna. The cell processes that extend out from the body, they fit in the grooves. They fit in the canaliculi. So I'm sitting in a lacuna, and my limbs here are the cell processes that fit in the canaliculi, in the grooves. So I'm in a groove to my left, I'm in a groove to my right. And the main body of me is sitting in one of those pits, sitting in a lacuna. All right, let's see. Oh, I did not point out the interstitial lamellae. Between osteons, you will find interstitial lamellae. So central canal of one osteon, of another, of another, of another. See these layers here? These layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit of a 7th layer, are in between these 4 osteons. So these would be interstitial lamellae. They have canaliculi, they have lacunae. They all do, in other words. What else can I point out on here? Canals. So, the central canals, they have blood vessels in them. Central canal of one osteon, of another, of another. Perforating canals, which run at a different angle, also have blood vessels in them, right here. So here they're empty. On the other side, the canals are empty. You should still be able to tell a central canal from a perforating canal. This would be a central canal, and this would be a perforating canal right there. I think there's anything else about this. That's pretty much everything for this model. Any questions? All right, this is a piece, this is a small piece of this, much more magnified than this. So here we have blood vessels in the central canal of an osteon. So let's count the number of concentric lamellae, counting out from inside out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is only a 5-layer osteon. 5 concentric lamellae form this one cylinder of compact bone, this osteon. And so you notice that all 5 of those layers are labeled with a 5. So there's a 5 out here. That tells me this is the outermost concentric lamella of another osteon that they've cut off over here. There's the outer concentric lamella of this osteon. Here's an outer concentric lamella of an incompletely shown osteon. So these layers in between are interstitial lamellae. You notice they're labeled with a 6, not a 5. So these layers are in between 2 osteons. So these are interstitial lamellae. What's that pit? Starts with an L. Lacuna. What's that groove, or these grooves? Canaliculi. So, what should fit in here? The cell body of an osteocyte. What should fit in the grooves to either side? The cell processes of that osteocyte. So take a look. This blue-red thing, that's an osteocyte. Here's the cell body, shown mainly in blue. Actually, I think it's supposed to be its nucleus in blue, is in the lacuna. The cell processes in red, extend out to either side. They are in those grooves. They're found in the canaliculi. So you can see that different osteocytes can chemically communicate with one another through the canaliculi, through the grooves. That's pretty much it. These are the 2 models.